Recording.
Oh, don't forget to record.
Thanks, Mom.
Never had a face your mother before.
Oh. Kathy, would you care for tea or
We
water?
got some nice little secrets.
Is it tea here or?
I will. I will see
Don't
what
need
we
to do any work though.
Fine. He ate the whole bowl of them.
We need to move it. Move it.
I'm doing good. Yeah. So, I think we're good, right? Okay. Yeah. So I guess we'll go to get started. We are video recording this, and we're going to do a whole series of classes. I wanted to introduce everybody else, but this is Teresa Scott. Hello. And maybe you go ahead and introduce yourself. Maybe share something about.
Sure. Let's get started. So, Becky and I have known each other since high school. I was in her mother's class, and so as we got back to know each other and we got to talking about some things, we realized that we have a lot in common. And one of the things that we have in common is some difficult medical issues that happen to us. I'm gluten intolerant. I was diagnosed 20 years ago and had all kinds of things that happened to me because of that. You know, through that process and learning and doing and life and happenstance, I decided to go back to school and I became a certified health coach through the Institute of Nutrition. And so I'm a health coach, and my goal in life is to teach people about the stuff I know and to help your life. And so we came together as Becky, her journey took her into essential oils as she decided to heal her life, and we just kind of blended. You know, I definitely believe in essential oils. They are a part of your wellness package and how to heal yourself, and so we decided to do this series of workshops. So here we are, and I enjoy, you know, I love what I do, and we're here to just share what we know. And so we decided on a list of topics that we're going to go through over the next several weeks. And I don't know if you have this one yet or not, but we'll pass it out. And tonight we're going to talk about sugar and what you might understand about sugar and what symptoms you may be having of sugar addiction, and then how to help you overcome those addictions and get on to a better and healthier and happier life. So that's kind of where we come from, and we just, you know, we're here to invite you to share and to learn, and
Yeah. So so basically everybody's been here before, right? You guys know where the bathrooms are? Everybody's housekeeping. You know the bathrooms are downstairs, so you just go down the stairs, right. It's underneath the stairs, and just feel free to get up and leave if you need to use the restroom. Everybody filled a door prize drawing. This is where I'm going to draw an aroma touch massage. Compliments the beauty. And then
He's very good at it.
we also have some handout. The handout here, we're going to go over, this is kind of a big one thing, but I gave you guys a notepad too if you want a notepad. They're over by Larry. And we're on some time considerations. We want to be considerate of your time. Everybody knows me. I could talk forever. So if you have like maybe some personal questions that you really want to ask of some good information, Teresa and I are going to be here afterwards. We just want to make sure we kind of get through the class materials, and you know, I'll be talking about the oils in one place, and she'll be talking about health coaching. If you have questions regarding that too. And so, and I also have my hand scanner. So if anybody wants to see what their body is measuring, we can do that too after the class. And let's see here. I think that's it, right?
pretty much.
Yeah.
And I do want to know who everyone is.
Yeah. Okay.
And what brings you here today? What is your most pressing thing that you're interested in learning?
Say your name.
I'm Doreen, and I wanted to see Becky.
Do you have any health concerns or interest in this particular subject that bring you in?
Yeah, I'm having weight issues that are I was tracking it all month, and I haven't lost anything when I've been eating salads and went on a trip and was like watching it beforehand, and no, it's weird how, and I don't normally eat that much sugar.
I'm Denise Fall, and my sister-in-law just left from a 6-week visit at my house, and she lives with 3 or 4 generations at her house, and she's used to eating the way I do.
Okay.
But when you were so bad,
You detox it now?
well, I want to. I kept thinking I'm going to want to share with us.
Okay.
And when I saw it,
Okay.
hey.
Okay, you need a sugar fast.
And I also took on a new job in June. It's way over my head. I'm really struggling.
Are you stressed about it?
Oh, yeah. But it's a good opportunity for me.
Okay.
To a certain extent, I'm enjoying it. Okay. But when I had the company and trying to work, so I'm pretty wet right now.
Yeah, okay.
So,
I'm Deborah, which is DEORAH.
Got it.
And for most of my life, I haven't had much of a problem with sugar and eating sweets and stuff. But this last year, I have bipolar disorder, so I've been having a lot of issues with that. My medication hasn't been working properly, so I've been actually really swinging a lot between depression and mania.
I know a lot.
Hanging out in depression more than often than in mania.
Okay.
Just do that because mania is kind of fun. Yeah. So anyway, I have been kind of, when I go to church events a lot. They have a lot of sweets at the church events. And so I've just been sort of.
So you're kind of craving it more lately?
And then, and then on Halloween, I went and helped out at the church at their candy giveaway thing, and so I was stashing all these candies into my purse.
Yeah.
I got home and I ate them all of them. I ate like about 12 or 14 bags of candies.
Yes.
I didn't even know why I did it.
Yeah.
I felt so bad.
Yeah, I've got a lot of experience.
Mentally, I felt bad. Now, of course, I'm gaining some weight. And that doesn't help with the depression, so you get into a spiral.
Right, I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've had psycho.
It's not one in the butt.
Let's go into the butt.
As soon as I saw this, it was like, that's for me.
Okay, you were in the right place.
Yeah.
There you go.
So Raney, with an I. I've been a sugar addict all my life. Yes.
Okay.
The interesting thing is it's actually kind of going the other direction. I'm not craving it as much as I am. And we just had a big Halloween spread at where I'm at Gateway Center, where we're renting some houses right now. And every Hostess product you could think of, which normally I'd be like, yes. And I walked in and there's nothing really appealed to me, which was really good. But I don't eat fast food. I don't drink sodas of any kind. And I'm not losing weight. I have no energy. I've had some heart palpitation issues. But all my blood works.
So no energy, but you're not losing weight, but you're not craving sugar anymore.
Not as bad.
That's a big deal.
Yes, it is.
No, I know.
It's huge. Yeah.
Are you craving anything else instead?
Calcium actually. Calcium's not. I am not.
Dairy? You after dairy?
That's what I meant. Dairy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ice cream has never been my drug of choice.
But
and
now?
I'm using ice cream.
Okay. So you're okay. And how about salt?
Not really craving it. A desire for it.
This also is a lot.
Hi.
Hi. Well, we're introducing ourselves and saying what inspired you to come to this particular class.
Oh, well, that was Becky.
Okay. And your name?
I'm Nancy.
Nancy, hi. And here, another one for Becky.
Oh, yes. The book keeps tallying.
Yes.
And of course, Larry, her
Okay.
I haven't seen some folks for a long time. This is great. So, I guess why I'm coming tonight is because of just the topic. And I've been, started about a year ago deciding to shift my lifestyle because we had my husband's mom and sister moved in with us. And so they have some medical issues. And so our household went to kind of a topsy-turvy a few years ago. And so I said, it's time for me to get life back. So
Yay.
started working with a trainer, and I'm actually on the Whole30 right now.
Oh.
So,
Would you say Whole 30 is on Whole 30?
yeah,
Full diet.
it's yeah, just
Oh,
for,
okay.
it's
And I was
certainly
having a plan on or
regimen.
something.
Yes.
Pardon? How's that working for you?
Better this time. The first time it was kind of a shock to the system, just because I didn't know how to do the recipes
I know what
and
to-
load the kitchen with things, and then where to put them so that they're there when you want to cook. So the shift of how to do it was part of the whole process.
And I'm Kathy, and I'm here probably because Becky invited me. The topic at hand. And I'm probably in the same kind of boat as Randy then, where I don't eat a lot of sugar. I know about sugar, so I try to keep it out. But I'm tired all the time. Okay. And I don't feel like I really eat that much at all, really. So appetite is low, which makes it hard to then cook for my family because I don't really want to eat anything, so I don't want to take anything to make. But I have to. I have a 12-year-old and a husband, so.
Food's being a chore?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's a chore. But I have no problem staying away from stuff if it's not in my house. So
Oh, yeah.
I'm good there. When it comes into my house, though, that's why I'm.
Welcome to all of our world.
Halloween
Yeah. I don't invite the marketers into my refrigerator.
Candy doesn't do it. Not the candy. It's the Rice Krispie treats.
Oh, okay.
You know,
Yeah.
it's things.
Yeah, that's out on the counter that you created for your family.
Yeah.
You were invited, Mr. Ate all of the Halloween candy man.
I don't think Randy will bite.
Sandy might. It won't be hard, nevertheless.
Cool.
Well, Sandy. And then Sandy?
Yeah, I'm here because Becky, and I'm kind of in the same boat as you. I don't really eat that much sugar, but I'm very careful not to bring it into my house, you know. So I find myself standing in front of the refrigerator, it's like, there's nothing there, a lot. But I'm pre-diabetic. I've always had high blood sugar all my life. So I just am really trying to stay on top of that. And the low energy, I've been noticing that lately too. It's like, I could be a slug really easily.
Sloths are cute.
They're cute. Okay, Larry, what brings you here?
Shall we give a guess?
Hold on, I'm a sugar addict. I do invite it into my house.
Wait, I expected Becky to come out first.
I feed both our addictions. So the big thing is like, you know, how do you get off of it? How do you stay off of it?
Okay.
You know?
This is why we're here. This is doable, people.
No, I got mom. I got mom.
Oh, Mom, what's Mom's name?
Dana.
Dana?
Oh, there she is.
Dana, what brings you here tonight?
Becky.
Good answer! I think she gets the prize. Yeah. Okay, Mom.
Sugar is been a topic at my house and Becky's house for a couple years, and
When my husband had cancer, I soon found out that cancer feeds on sugar, loves sugar.
Yeah.
That's why they do PET scans, so they can find out where the cancer is, because they fill you up full of sugar and it goes right to the tumors.
Exactly.
And so we started to eliminate that from our household, and I think I'm doing a fair job. I preach and preach and preach. And today I was at a golf tournament and a luncheon afterwards, and I noticed that there were 3 cupcakes still sitting there. The people beside me, actually there were 4. They just left them.
Good.
You know, so maybe I'm having a little influence. I don't know. Keep trying.
The health revolution lives
Yep.
on. Love it. Good. Okay.
Does everybody have one of these? I don't know if Sandy has one. And then Nancy.
Well, some of you came late, and we'll just,
Kinda, huh?
we just wanted to, just a little bit reintroduce about, to the ones who are late, what I am or what I do is I'm a health coach and a nutrition counselor. I went to the Institute of Integrative Nutrition. And so my whole world is about teaching people how what they eat or not eat and their lifestyle choices and how that impacts their health. And so in my business, I coach people how to identify those things and then coach them through to make those solutions for long-lasting results. So Becky and I teamed up because I believe in the essential oils and what she's doing, and she believes in what I'm doing, and we decided let's come together and start teaching some workshops. And so at the end of the workshop, you'll have the opportunity to talk with me privately if you'd like to. If there's more things you want to go into depth on, or talk with Becky about more essential oils things. For this discussion, we'll try and keep answers kind of brief, otherwise we will be here all night because I'm a talker and I get really passionate about all of these subjects, and so I will need to be shut down and then you. So,
You might have.
but keep notes, and I did take notes. But if there's questions, please chime up. This is a discussion. This is a casual discussion so that we can get questions answered. So I hear a lot of you talking about sugar and maybe not delving into it so much, wanting it. And so I think I want to kind of make clear about, do you know what really sugar is? Is sugar sweet?
Mhm.
It's processed. Sweet.
Yes. Yes.
Sugar, no. Sugar does not necessarily have to be sweet. It is what your body turns to glycogen. Your body can have fat to burn or glycogen to burn, period. That's it. That's all there is. So whether it is a sweet sugar, glycogen, or it is what we a carb, that's sugar. So maybe you're having a lot more than you even realize. You've got to understand what it is and how your body reacts to that. So it's a difficult conversation sometimes to have, I find right now. It's because it's just the marketing mayhem that's out there. So much has been said that is just simply flat out not true. And it's marketing by the food industry, by the pharmaceutical industry, and it's hard. And I understand that, but so when you can begin to understand really what you're eating and really what your body is doing with the pasta, the bread, the rice, the potatoes, the corn, the apples, the fruit, the this, the that, then you understand how much you're actually consuming. So I always come back to 2 things. 1, education is power. Understand what you're doing. Then next step, what is measured can be managed. So if you don't know what you're doing, how can you change it? If you don't know how it's impacting you, how can you change it? So it's that very beginning blocks of understanding about what we're consuming and what it's doing to us. And do you understand when we have little things like weight or sugar levels or mood issues and cognitive issues, brain issues, all of these things can come back down to how much sugar we're consuming. So when we get this and understand that the symptoms aren't always right now, they can be later, what it leads to, that is really powerful. Some of the things are rather immediate. If I had eaten that candy, I wouldn't be here today. My head would explode. It would give me a headache. I can't do it. But other people, it's subtle. It's more, my joints ache. You're tired. You feel lethargic. These things. You don't sleep well at night. You don't line up the dots to say, oh, that was the bag of candy I had 2 days ago. That was the ice cream I had 2 days ago. You don't line this up. And people, it's so easy to have all this sneak into our bodies when it's not sweet. A latte, well, it might as well be that much ice cream. That's the same. Just because it's not sweet doesn't mean it's not sugar.
Mm-hmm. How many people do a fancy coffee every morning?
Not every morning, but I have a breve because it has fewer carbs. Not bad.
A bourbon?
Yeah,
Well, let's talk about dairy. Let's talk about dairy.
okay.
I mean, dairy is sugar. Dairy is sugar. It doesn't, and it's skim milk. That's sugar. Massive amounts of sugar. So when you have a latte or anything, just because it's not sweet doesn't mean it's not the same effect and impact on your glycogen.
So you can't go by the carbs that they say are
No.
I mean, if you look at a carton of half and half, you look at a carton of
Okay.
non-milk,
Yeah.
and there's fewer carbs in here,
And fewer carbs in what?
in the half and half.
Right. Half and half is better than the skim milk.
Yeah.
Yes.
Same with whole cheese, isn't it?
Correct. Yes.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah. Fat is your friend. Sugar is your enemy. I know.
And that's weird.
I know.
Wow.
Isn't that the most fun thing you're ever going to hear tonight? It is.
Are you familiar with bulletproof?
I am completely ketogenic personally. Yes. But not for everyone, but yes.
Taped on my refrigerator.
Is it?
It sure
Let's
is.
talk. So you're keto, Randy. Good.
Well,
you're a
I
keto
said it was taped to
wannabe.
my refrigerator.
So you're a keto wannabe.
Yes.
Got it. Good job. And that's not for everyone. It's a way of eating. And there's no wrong way of eating. First off, I do not believe in diets. In that, we'll get a little off topic. Like I said, she'll have to rein me in. Yeah, rein me in. Diets are created to sell books, period. And that diet that is written will work for some people, but will work for you will not work for you. What will work for you will not work for you. So they can sell millions of books because it's the promise that it might. That's why Vegas is huge. Gambling is that thing. And so when you get back down to when you get to the science of food, every single one of us is a bio individual. You come to this place in this moment with your past, with your blood, with your everything, and you come here now. So what works for one will not work for the other. I'm ketogenic. Well,
What does that mean?
Yeah.
Ketogenics? Discussion for later. It's big.
Well, is it, give a summary of it? Yeah.
It's like the keto is a way of eating, just like paleo, vegan, anything else.
What's my question?
It's beyond, yeah, it's a way of eating,
Yeah,
it's
you can
percentages.
Google and you're gonna go down some.
You'll go on a rabbit hole, you'll go on a rabbit hole, but that's okay. It works for me, because I started this, like I began to say, I mean, I was diagnosed gluten intolerant 20 years ago, before they knew what that was. So I was very, very sick, and I got off gluten finally when I did that. Then years passed, and I was still sick, but not so sick I couldn't function. And so then I learned that I needed to get off corn. Oh, now I'm way better. And down that road I went till finally I was completely sugar-free and completely grain-free. For me, that is what I needed to do. I have a daughter, actually, who was bipolar. And so we went down the roads with her, and a granddaughter who's severely ADD. So again, this is before I went to school. Learning about how food and sugars affect your brain health is huge. And so as I healed my daughter and my granddaughter, we began this. So your body composition is what makes you you. From your brain health, to your blood health, your weight, emotions, it's all tied together into what you put in your mouth. And there are some things that are shocking that you'll learn about as you go through this series, if you come with us on throughout the series. And there's some things that, you go, oh yeah, I know that. It's hard, but I know that. But it will actually flip and kill you. And I do believe in everything I am and everything I've studied and all the people who I studied with, that sugar is going the way of cigarettes. It's that same sort of dynamic that is happening where the tobacco industry knew what was going on, but they shoved it down your throats and everyone was smoking and they fought it, right? Sugar is the same. It is the same. It's going that way. And when I tell people, won't it feel great to know that something sugary can be sitting in front of you and it won't appeal to you any more than a pack of cigarettes? It will get that. I couldn't care less. And I was. Oh my God. I was at mom. I was baking cookies, making cakes. My kids grew up on Ovaltine and Nutella. I mean, for real. I didn't know. I didn't know what I was doing. But now I know, and I'll just never. Good.
So what are all the different things that we were talking about that one sheet, but it didn't turn out because that all the different names, sugars, and how does that affect our body? Like what are we, like you were talking about dairy, and we're talking about grains, and like what are all the things that we would find sugar in?
Oh my gosh, sugar is, it's everywhere. And the names of sugar, about corn syrup, high fructose corn syrup, cellulose, all of the oses.
Mm-hmm.
So that there are a few decent things. If you want something sweet, you can have them. Stevia, fantastic. Xylitol, fantastic. Erythritol, fantastic. You can have all of these things. Monk fruit, fantastic. You can have sweet things that doesn't turn to glycogen in your body. You do not have to give up sweets.
I haven't been able to find monk fruit. Where do you find that?
Whole Foods?
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
And is that in a granulated? Because
Yes.
I've seen it in liquid
Yeah, liquid.
form advertised, but I could never.
Amazon.com is my go-to.
Okay.
What is it called? Monk fruit.
What's it called?
M-O-I-K-O-R, monk fruit. Monk fruit, xylitol, erythritol, and stevia are my go-tos. Stevia is my favorite. It just happens to be.
I have a question.
Yes.
Alcohol sugar.
Alcohol
Alcohol sugar.
depends on where it's derived from.
Isn't that-
Yes.
I used to order like Christmas time chocolate covered nuts,
Yeah.
and it was sugar free, and it was alcohol sugar that they used in the chocolate.
Yeah, unfortunately, it depends on where the alcohol sugar is derived from. And
How do you ever find that out?
Yeah, that is hard. And if they're not telling you, then I don't do it.
Yeah,
If you can't find out, just skip it.
that isn't xylitol then.
Xylitol is good. So it just depends on where they get it from. So xylitol is from birch.
Do you have any drinks that you can buy that don't have something? I mean, is there any that are good?
Sure.
I look and look and look, and it's just like,
Like a soda, you mean?
well, any like juices or sports drinks or zero or any of those drinks. There isn't a one of them doesn't have some sort of a chemical sugar in them.
Right. I personally buy stevia soda, which is just a carbonated water sweetened with stevia and flavoring. So occasionally we buy Zevia in our house, and there's a few other things that are out there that are sweetened with stevia, but not much.
Not much. Yeah. Okay.
We make our own. If you want a fizzy drink, you can take club soda and sweeten it with some stevia, and there's many stevia flavors.
Oh, they're flavored?
Absolutely. Sweet Leaf has a whole huge range, from root beer to cream soda to everything else.
Flavoring it though, it's toxic chemicals.
No, completely all natural.
Not that soda. It's not Soda Stream though.
No.
No. Okay.
Do you have a Safeway or a Fred Meyer?
Oh, that'd be great.
Is it Dana?
Yeah.
Dana?
She has a question for you, Mom.
What's that?
You have a Safeway or a Fred Meyer where you?
Got a Safeway, yeah.
There's they have sparkling water called refreshers, and
Okay.
it's simply just sparkling water with essence of fruit. I like the grapefruit, and there's no artificial sweeteners or anything in them.
I'll have to look. I've seen that refresher, yeah. But it seems like when you get down into the fine print, you always find something that's aspartame or.
Yes, if I don't have my glasses on when I'm shopping, I will inevitably come home with something with that artificial sweetener in it.
Yeah.
Sucralose.
Yeah, let's talk about the bad bads. The bad bads. I mean, there are some that are just the absolute no ways. You know, the high fructose corn syrup, any of those, but any of the aspartames of that, they're so poisonous. It's sad. You know, aspartame is a hormone disruptor. If you're having even a stick of gum, just a stick of sugar-free gum will stop you from losing weight. That little bit of aspartame is a hormone disruptor, and you're done. You will not lose all that work you're doing, all these diets you're trying to be on, that will stop you. So it's that powerful. Beyond that, from the immediate goals that you have, it will lead to brain issues that are huge. And so it's important. Stay away from any of that. Sugar-free gums, sugar-free sodas, sugar-free anything. Oh, yeah, so much of the fat-free made that stuff. That's the big ones that I really want to warn you against. Anything in desserts, yeah.
Well, I think that basically one of the things that sugar is so addicting that I don't think people realize I've seen people drink soda in the morning for breakfast instead of and you not only do you want to get that kick up in the morning, but 10 o'clock they're starving, they think they're hungry, so they want to eat again. Well, what my understanding is that when you take pancakes and syrup and eat like that for breakfast, 10 o'clock you're hungry again. What you're doing is you're basically feeding the bacteria in your stomach the candida, and it's the candida that's saying, hey, feed me. You're really not hungry, you got the food there still. It's only been an hour and a half, 2 hours, right? And you're basically your sugar levels in your body are crashing, and you need to get that fixed. And so if you see yourself hungry at 10 o'clock, just say, no, it's the candida. I gotta starve them out, and just, don't feed the candida.
Well, and sugar is truly an addiction. It is more addicting than heroin.
Yeah.
And so give yourself a break. When it's hard to get off, it is hard to get off. If you're that addicted, it will take days. You will feel like you have the flu. This is no joke. You don't withdraw from something that's okay and natural. You withdraw, have that kind of withdrawal when it's a drug, and it is a drug. So give it that much credence. So it is true. So if you have carbs, and it doesn't just have to be pancakes and syrup, that can be toast and jam. It can be your toast and butter. It doesn't have to be so drastic sounding. It can be really small. So, when you eat sugar and carbs, it will make you crave more of them.
Like a bagel, it sounds like a healthy thing,
But remember those ads, and they have the bagel in the bowl? Remember that? Yeah, whatever. It's taste.
Cereal, then it's all cereals bad for you.
Yes.
Anything in a box. I guess it can
So,
taste
but things like oatmeal.
Depends. Yes, those are carbohydrates. It depends on what you need for you. Like I said, everyone's quite different, right?
Yeah.
But for the most part, yes.
So basically what you're saying is anything that is carbohydrate is fat.
You need to count it as a sugar. You just need to recognize it for what it is. And so count it for what it is. So remember what is measured can be managed. So understanding that is, and your body doesn't care if it's sweet. Your body cares that it turns into glycogen. Here's the best thing about this. Here's the fun, good thing about this, is that your body does not, no, really, I swear this is I promise. So the fun thing about glycogen is that your body doesn't store it. It uses it. It uses it. So the more you give it, it uses it. But it doesn't have it, oh, guess what? It burns fat.
But first it craves more. It pushes your
It
mouth.
does. It does.
There you go.
But here we go. But this is why we're here tonight. We will teach you how to get through that craving and survive. And then get to the other side to when you just won't want to anymore. It's a very fun, empowering thing. It'll go on around for the rest of your life. Somebody's buzzing.
So I have, is everybody understanding what glycogen is?
That's the sweet, it's the sweet part of sugar.
Sugar
No,
That's what your
it can be
body.
your baked potato.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's what your body turns the carbohydrate into.
You put things into your mouth.
Mm-hmm.
It can be two things only. In the end, your body will turn it into fat or into glycogen.
Okay.
That's it.
When
There is no more.
when you're looking at the molecule, it's
There,
that becomes the molecule.
right? So that's
Breaks
the
it
end
down.
of it.
That's the smallest part.
So when,
Sorry, what are your thoughts on resistant starch?
yeah.
Is that a true story or?
Oh, I don't know. A little, I don't know. I think that every single person is resistant in their own way. We've got more things that come into this. Hormones and how those are functioning. We have other patterns and other chemical imbalances that create different resistances.
Well, on this one, where like if you eat cold potatoes, that's considered a resistant starch, and it does not turn to sugar and it does not absorb in your body. And cold rice, cold potatoes, and green bananas.
Where did you get that?
Oh, I've read it, and it's
I
part of
was
the
there.
bulletproof
Cool.
thing as well. So yeah, look up
From
resistant.
David Asprey.
So look up
going
resistant
to.
starch. Yeah.
He's incredible.
Yeah, he does a whole thing on cold white rice, which is in
David Asprey. Yeah, I mean, David is super intelligent. I follow a ton of his stuff, but I will look at that. I don't know.
Do you know he lives in Victoria?
No. Crazy dude. Yeah. No, he's incredible. So I will look into that more. I'm not sure how that would work because I'm going to have to look because if you're ingesting it, it is still ingesting it.
Yeah, look in.
I will look into
Yeah.
that. I'm calling you on that one.
Okay.
Because I will find out. But for the most part, though, what you ingest, one is glycogen and one is fat. And so as you lower your glycogen levels, you will find your moods, your energy, your brain function, and your moods to begin to even out. You know, one of the things we talk about, we have this big man with belly fat. Belly fat is the result of glycogen. And it's a little bit more complicated than that because belly fat is more dangerous than if you have that much fat distributed throughout your body. Well, this says something. Where your belly fat comes from is your liver. Your liver is your fat. It's how everything is processed through your body. That's where your fats are processed. It's where the sugars are processed. Sugars are going up to your pancreas. Your fat is going on through. If you have all of this sugar and your fat isn't being properly processed through, it's actually fat that's actually attached to your liver. Actually.
So cut by your liver.
Yes,
Right.
there you go. And there it is. This is like, and when you watch these people walking around with this bellies, their liver is like dying. They cannot function. It's taxed. This is bad. So this is what is happening. So then a lot of things, everything goes out of balance. Then you've got cortisol coming into play. You're no longer going to sleep at night. Then there's a downward spiral in how this works. Because if you're not sleeping at night, you're not going to lose weight. Have you ever noticed that when you wake up in the morning is when you're the lightest? Why is that?
Because
So
the not eating.
That 8 hours when you go in.
Like fire a day.
You're right.
Snacking in the middle of the night.
Right. No, she's right. You breathe. and you breathe. You lose fat in 2 ways. You pee and you breathe. But it's that deep breath that you get in REM sleep that makes you.
Okay.
I'm gonna have y'all sleeping like in no time, right? That is real. And so as you sleep better, your cortisol, your stress comes down, your cortisol comes down, you sleep better, you lose weight. Sleep is so underrated. You must sleep. And to deal with your sugars. So as you are going to detox, you want to sleep your way through this.
So many people get 6 hours of sleep.
I'm sleeping 2 hours and 2 and 2.
Sure.
Oh,
like that.
this is where
Without
that's
And
great.
then I eat like
Sleep.
Fine.
You sleeping?
It is
I'm, for the most part.
deal.
7.5 to 8.5 hours.
Solid?
Hmm?
Good.
So sometimes it's solid, sometimes I have like in the middle of the night, like 1 to 3.
I have discovered earplugs though. That's pretty cool.
Is that for you? Okay.
You put the earplugs in and you don't have to hear any snoring.
Or anything.
Oh yeah.
So I think that, so I think we're all understanding then what hidden sugars are, the things that turn to glycogen. So potatoes, rice, apple, where it is on the glycemic index, right?
The
Glycogen, right? Not carrots. Yes, everything. Protein. Protein. If you eat too much protein in a day, your body will convert that into glycogen.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
So then the paleo diet, probably not such a good thing.
Everything in moderation. I mean, so if you overeat it, it will turn to glycogen, except fat is fat. That's a bad fat. But everything else, including protein, can be turned to glycogen.
So what are the
That's another class, but we'll go.
Hey, I know we want the answer now.
I know you do, and I'm gonna be here all day. Right, Kathy? I'm gonna be here all day. Okay, we're going to be fats for Becky. Oh, the good fats, okay.
Yeah, not my belly fat.
Sugar is your enemy.
Sugar is your enemy. But then, and then we've talked about it, you guys came through, and y'all have different symptoms, but they're all symptoms of glycogen. Too much glycogen causes, anxiety, they cause mood disorders, they cause sleep deprivation, they cause aches and pains, and then, beyond that, you're going to cause cancer.
How come you get tired? You feel like you tend to want to eat sugar
Because
or
you're trying to
get a
away.
coffee or something.
No.
And you want it to give you a boost,
Uh-huh.
but then you're just feeding the next crash, though, aren't you?
To get off of sugar is a process. Don't expect it to be. Expect it to be like anybody getting off of any addiction that you hear about. Alcohol, drugs, it's the same. Don't think it's not. It really is. And it's harder because it's awareness.
Okay, so the red wine's better than white wine?
No.
Champagne.
No. We're going to hear the really bad news about alcohol. It's not bad. It just is what it is. It's not always about the sugar content in something. It's also about the chemical reaction with the body. If you are working to lose weight, alcohol is not your friend, because if you drink any amount of alcohol, it affects your liver. This is beyond the calorie count, the sugar count. Alcohol affects your liver. Your liver has to get back to its normal processing, and that takes 3 days. If you want to lose weight and you drink alcohol, you're out of the losing weight game for 3 days. So really think about that.
Do you want
that
beer
glass
every
of wine,
night?
you're out of the game. Beer bellies. And it's not, so right? Well, think about this, because if somebody is not eating a lot of food at all and just having a little bit of alcohol, and they drink this alcohol every single night, and you see them, right? And they got the beer bellies, where's that come from? Why? They're no longer processing fats. because the liver can no longer process the fats in the way that it would if it didn't have the alcohol. So, big deal. If you want that glass of wine, ladies.
I think I remember hearing that a long time ago, that your body has to process the alcohol first before it can do anything else.
Well, there's that. That has to do with it's the most available, right? Because your body, if you have glycogen, your body's gonna burn glycogen and then store the fat. That's why the American diet is so bad. We have sandwiches and we have bread and fat with everything, right? So you use that glycogen and I don't eat this fat, so it stores it. Storing it. And you never stop eating at this glycogen, so it's just storing fat. You're living on glycogen now. So then on top of that, if you have alcohol is now first available. So now you're gonna burn the alcohol first, the glycogen second. Oh wait, gotta go back to the alcohol. The alcohol is now in the liver. The liver can no longer function in the way it was supposed to. So now, you're out for 3 days. You're out for 3 days. It takes that long for it to just regenerate itself and get back to going normal. It's the poison, not the glycogen.
So what does that do with the blood sugar? So let's say one day I had a bowl of rice for lunch because I was trying to be good.
Yeah, because you think low fat, I just got rice.
And with maybe a sugar beet in there.
Yeah.
And then I decided to go out with a friend and have a gin and tonic.
Well, then that gin and tonic just got you, babe.
Yeah.
Just know what you're doing.
So what does that do to your blood sugar though? I mean, like, because I have a huge spike in my blood sugar and that's
Dang, from a bowl of rice?
from the gin and tonic.
Sweetie.
I think it was just one. Well, yeah, I know, but that's all I had that day. So I think that, knowing you guys, yeah, maybe everybody knows what I'm talking about, but when you eat like, on an empty stomach, you have just a cup of coffee and then you're like, you have that,
Makes you hungry, sort of.
well, that's your really,
Your heart rate.
yeah, well, I think it's a hunger feeling.
Yeah, it's something for feeling.
Well, having anything on
But
it.
you get shaky, not from the coffee, but even if I didn't have coffee and have an empty stomach, like if I wake up too early and go to the airport, when you're trying to get somewhere, I'm shaky and don't feel good. That's okay. And I kind of think that's a blood sugar thing, am I not right on that?
Yeah, you're right on that.
What,
that same.
Yeah, you spike your blood sugar massively.
for just waking up?
No, from the rice and the
Okay,
alcohol.
so when we're eating rice, but we don't notice the blood sugar spike, we're just eating, we're just like on a normal day. I guess that's what I'm getting at, is that it seems like the normal foods that we eat, we actually are spiking our blood sugars with that, but we're so eating that, like we're so addicted to it, we don't realize
It's an addiction, yeah, it's an addiction.
So,
It's not the need.
so even just getting off our regular foods
Yes.
that we eat,
Mhm.
I want to know what I'm supposed to change with.
Right.
It was probably the crash after, the afternoon crash for that rice bowl midday. And you didn't have enough blood sugar at that point because your insulin came out and scooped them all up and stored them as fat, and so you had nothing, and you had a gin and tonic.
So another comment in that is trying to find the substitutions so that we can enjoy our food, so that food should be enjoyed. I'm a foodie, I love it, I'm a cook, I love to cook, and I love great food. So learning how to switch out your food to replace it with things that you enjoy, that are fun, and are accessible. So it's very doable. Going out and buying, gluten-free crackers will not do you any good.
Or
God, please, not fat-free crackers. But learning how to make things out of things that are low glycemic, that improve your health, or rice. We can substitute rice with cauliflower. I make cauliflower rice, or potatoes with, again, cauliflower. Cauliflower with my friend in my house, or other things, quinoa, or legumes, or things like this. And we can teach you how to make things that are savory and tasty, and also things that are sweet and tasty, to replace your flour, your all-purpose flour and your wheat flours and things like this, and replacing those with things that are low glycemic, coconut flour and things like this, that you can switch up your recipes, switch out your sugar, and make things that you enjoy, you love, you won't miss it. You will love it. That's what we're all about, enjoying food, but being healthy.
So, you were saying that, I was trying to remember what you were saying. The cauliflower, quinoa, and something else after that.
Did I?
Legumes.
Legumes.
Yes. So, so like when you have food allergies, so I'm allergic to, you were talking about eggs earlier, so I'm allergic to, supposed to be. But since I've been in the oils, I can eat them. But you were talking about good fats, like does egg have fat in it, or?
Sure.
Yeah, maybe it's a protein, right?
Yeah.
But, and then there's no carbs in it.
No, there's not. Eggs are great. Eggs are, if you can eat eggs, eat eggs. You know, I highly recommend, free range, happy eggs.
Happy eggs.
Yeah, I actually do believe that. But yeah, so allergies aside, yeah, there's all kinds of options. If you have allergies, then you got to address that as well. But sometimes the allergies, we're back at sugar. Sugar is an inflammatory. It is the most inflammatory thing that you can put into your body. Do you know what that means? What does inflammation mean?
Sore joints.
One.
It's
Yes. Inflammation is when the cells are swollen. Allergies, even pollen allergies, what you're experiencing is the result of inflammation. It's just an irritant. The pollen is an irritant to the inflammation. So if you have pollen allergies and you no longer eat sugar, guess what? You won't have any pollen allergies. They'll bother you. All that arthritis. What is arthritis? Inflammation. If you take down your sugar levels, you won't hurt so much.
Well, inflammation, 80% of all disease is caused from inflammation.
Right.
So, period. Cancer.
That's coming up. Yeah. And it's more. So it's more. So, but sugar is that, and sugar does what it does to the inside of your body. You cannot fight things off, including allergens. 1 teaspoon, get this, 1 teaspoon of sugar takes your immune system down by 50%. 50%. This last week, my daughter, sneakerhead, because all kids in school with their sugar. Actually, she drank a drink. She had a sugary drink. First off, we're sugar-free in our house, right? So she has been sugaring months. She's 14. She had a sugary drink. 2 o'clock in the morning, she's in my room, bawling her eyes out. She has a headache so bad she can't function because of a sugary drink. The next day, she got this killer of a cold. Horrid. Bad. She's been sick for a week. I got the cold. I was sick for less than 24 hours. I don't touch sugar. Period. That's what it does. You can fight things off if you give your body the chance to fight it off. So if you create an acidic body, you do that with sugar, then you can't fight things. Then anything that is a virus, cancer, it grows. It likes it. It's what it grows in. That's it. If it's alkaline, you have a much better way of fighting that. That make sense? So when Cece is trying to fight something off, the last thing I'm going to give her is an over-the-counter cough medicine. Read the label. Good Lord. It's sugar first on the label. Wait.
What was what happened to the people when sugar was first discovered?
Tasty, right? They don't know. It's like anything.
Did they have reactions?
I'm sure they did.
Or people don't eat as much now. It's just that people
Well,
eat so much more now.
We have so much more now, and you look at,
It's everything.
it's everywhere and everything.
You can't believe it.
In this country, you got to remember that the food companies are doing this to us on purpose. Their goal is for you to buy another bag of Doritos.
Mhm.
That's their goal.
They're
So
making money off of it.
They've got people on staff to make you eat more of that. So that is what it's all about. And it's sad and disturbing, but it's true. So you just gotta, goodbye to the marketing mayhem and get down to the science.
I
Do what's right for you.
To take this list and take everything in your cupboard out and then look and see what ingredients are in your cupboards. Like see what sugar is in there. We're gonna find something.
At first, it'll be labor intensive to read all your labels. But then pretty soon it's easy.
Especially when you are just having to use reading glasses.
Right? Oh, well, let me tell you, I have discovered that my phone, I can take a picture and blow it up.
Oh, there you go.
Or better than that,
That's really
the
good.
Lose It
That's a good
app,
trick.
the Lose It, that little app that I recommend is Lose It, is a barcode scanner.
Yeah.
Just scan
I
it.
forgot about that. So lose it app.
Yeah.
You can,
Oh, I
it will
have
keep
that.
track
Yeah,
of
Lose
it.
It. I like Lose It. I know that there's others, there's My Fitness Pal and things like that. I just happen to like Lose It a lot. And then there's a little thing on there, there'll be a tab that says calories, and I'm not a calorie counter, don't care. But the nutrients, that matters. So hit the little tab next down under it and say nutrients, and that'll give you lots of info.
So would you recommend, like if everybody downloaded this app, they want to keep track of their everything that they put in their mouth every day?
That is measured can be managed. And a carb is just another word for sugar. So know that.
So how many carbs would you suggest a person?
You can't do that. That's impossible to say. I know you want to do
So how did give an example of high carb?
Yes, thank you. Marketing mayhem. Who said so? Breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Who said it? Kellogg's. Oh, not a joke. Milk does the body good. Does not. You can go on and on. It's just
But
marketing
you're even
mayhem.
your athletes.
I know.
They-
Gatorade,
Yeah,
poison.
that one.
You name it.
Monster drinks, anybody know monster drinks?
If you've seen it on an ad, if it comes in a box or a bag, don't buy it. There you go. I mean, it's just,
Yeah, so when we were, when Mom's husband Hal came down with cancer, she was the truth about cancer video series. You guys watch that?
a big deal.
Yeah, and it's free right now. Right, Mom? Is it free right now? I think she's.
Well, he's got a lot of posts going on Facebook every day, but that seminar is over.
Oh, okay. It was on.
You can buy his book. He's got a new book out. It just came out.
But that's where we learned about sugar being so bad for your body and looking up the ingredients and stuff. And it's just crazy. But where I was going with that is they were telling him to drink the
Ensure.
Ensure. It's milk and sugar. The two worst things you can ever do for your person with cancer.
So talk to me a little bit about real maple syrup. So I understand it's a sugar. It's one of the things that's helping me to get regular sugar out. It does have some antioxidants in it.
If it is helping you, if it is a bridge for you, that's fantastic. If you can manage it, super. If you can't, and if there's a trigger, then that's another discussion.
Eat real food.
It's a real food. It is a real food. But so is an apple.
Maple sugar.
Real live maple syrup.
But here's the deal.
Listen to this.
So is an apple, right? But the difference between a Granny Smith apple and a Golden Delicious apple is astronomical. So no, an apple is not an apple. Know what you're eating. Understand it. Look it up. That's what I mean. And measure it.
So you said a Granny Smith apple was more in sugar than a.
No, it's less. It's a lower on the glycemic index than like a Golden Delicious. So Golden Delicious is just it's fucking sugar. I'm sorry. It's just been whatever. If you're watching your sugars, that's not what you want to have. And a whole one, that's not what you want to have. And if you think back into our history, like we didn't have all of this. In the Pacific Northwest, we had berries in the summertime and we had apples in the fall. And they weren't this big. They were this big. And they weren't super sweet. They weren't. And they were nutrient dense. We are now growing our foods in nutrient depleted soils. So there's nothing left. So it's not the same thing. Just, for the purpose of tonight, just know what you're eating. Track it, measure it, understand it. A carb is a sugar. Just know that there's no difference. Your body doesn't care if it's a sweet or not sweet. If it is rice or if it is honey. It doesn't care. But there's definitely, better things to choose along the index. As you go down, definitely a sweet potato is better than a donut. Yeah. Right? So as you pull off of the knowns, right, you know these are bad. Cake, ice cream, all of these things, right? White things. Those are bad. Going out that way. But if you then have to have a bridge, and you can have things that taste sweet to your palate, sweet potatoes, pumpkin pie kind of things. You can make those things. So, but we'll still eliminate the sugar to a sweetener that's a low glycemic sweetener, and you can have things that feel good to your palate. And then you'll be off the sugar addiction.
So I'm going to ask the question too. So like Randy's question back to the maple syrup, let's say 10% organic, whatever. And then we're talking about the white table sugar fat that's been processed and bleached and all that stuff. So the toxicity, is it, I think part of Randy's question could be, is it any more, is the table sugar more toxic to our body than say the maple syrup?
No, you almost can't answer that because how much? If you can have a cup, what is it? You got to look at how much are you eating. If you want a tablespoon of sugar and a tablespoon of maple syrup, we'll go for the maple syrup. Absolutely. Hands down, easy. But you got to measure.
They've worked really hard to hide this information, haven't they? Because I remember in the 70s there was a book called Sugar Blues, and people were learning about it. But it's kind of gone hidden.
It's really hidden. And so much, as I had to before I went back to school and all, as I had to investigate, therapies for my daughter, who's got ADD, and ADD is on the autism spectrum, sugar to anyone on that spectrum, it is poison like you can't believe. It's like crack. And it's nowhere. You can't find the information. And it is. It's very sad.
Well, and it's so hard to know what information you're getting on the internet that's right. I mean, it's kind of like politics. It's like,
Yeah, you gotta dig. You gotta know who you're talking about. And there's some good ones out there. David Asprey's great one. Dr. Axe is a good one. There's some really great places you can go on the internet to get information.
and I love Dr. Axe. He's the essential oil.
Mark's Daily Apple.
Yep.
Really good.
Yeah. The information is there. But you gotta remember that, they're marketing to a wide range of people. And everyone is a bio-individual. And how you come to the place you are right now is everything of your whole life. So you gotta really be careful what you read, careful what you do, and don't freak yourself out. That's not all bad, there's plenty of good.
So part of what Teresa and I are, so if you download the app, is there a cost to the app?
No, that was free.
That's free. Okay, so we download the app, and what we want to do is I started a Facebook group page as private, and we can all join it, and we can maybe ask questions throughout the week, like how is what's going on with them, and I'll kind of share that. And if we keep track of what we're eating, then the next time we meet, we're going to be doing a class on weight loss and dietness right before the holidays, before Thanksgiving. And then we can, move on to the next stage. That's kind of what we're trying to do is have, like, what classes could we pick? There's a million different topics, right, to be able to figure out. So we just thought we would start on the top of these and have this journey together of going around the circle, this wellness wheel of different things that we run into that cause toxins in our system. Sugar is a huge toxic thing to our bodies.
Stress.
Stress
Should have a calorie count.
Yeah, no, I mean, Crystal, they were just talking about, pre-diabetic, and that's the stress. We can, all the things. You wonder why we can't lose weight. I think it's because of the stress.
Mhm.
I'm addicted to stress.
Could very well be.
I am.
It's a terrible.
Let's see, so how are we doing? Anybody have any questions?
What do you eat?
Are you asking
That's a good
us?
question.
Are you asking me specifically?
Yeah, what do you eat? Like, I have the hardest one. So I usually don't eat
Any
anything.
time you did this last week?
I can tell you, probably not, but, I guess I'm gonna tell, I'm ketogenic.
Mhm.
And so what a ketogenic, way of eating is, I eat 70% fat, 20% protein, and about 5% carbs. It's really very easy, and it's not as shocking as it sounds. So, first off, because fat is very high in calories and it's very satiating. I only eat good fats, though, right? So ketogenics, your body can burn glycogen, or you can be a glycogen burning body, or you can be a fat burning body. When you're a fat burning body, you are ketogenic. You're burning ketones, right? So for me, I also personally, I practice intermittent fasting, so I don't eat breakfast as what most people would call breakfast. I eat between 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock, period, that's all. For the most part. Now I do this 90% of the time. I do not do this 100% of the time. You know.
So do you eat all the time during those hours?
No, I don't.
So you eat like at noon and at 6 then, or you?
Maybe noon and 4, or maybe noon and 6, or maybe noon and 2 and 6, or maybe noon, I don't know. It just all depends on what I want to do.
I see.
So for different reasons, this works for me. And so it does not work for everybody, and then, I didn't do this overnight. But for me, I had some really, really big issues in my life. Personally, I had some stress beyond ridiculous. I wasn't handling it well. I had some food allergies that are very difficult. Then I began experimenting. I just began experimenting with how I would feel best. And I didn't sleep. I was a huge insomniac and difficult in that way. And so I learned that once I began to eat in a day, for me, I never wanted to stop. And here it goes. I'm down, I'm eating now, man. And so, you just got to be really aware of yourself and what works. I have many clients who, they are eating, 5 minutes after they raise out of bed, man. And that's them. It's not wrong. It's not wrong. And they do really well with this. But you have to find what works for you and the way of eating that works for you. I'm a nutritarian. Absolutely. I believe that you must pay attention to the nutrients of the food that you eat. Hugely. Quality matters. I eat grass-fed beef, grass-fed anything, the very best eggs, the best vegetables I can get my hands on. It matters. I put them in the front yard now. That matters. I do not eat, I don't drink milk of any, none, when I was huge. Yes, I do eat cheese. For the most part, I eat goat cheese. I do eat some grass-fed cheese after that. After that, I will have the occasional whatever, because I want it. But it's my treat. It's not my
So
everyday.
no coconut milk or almond milk?
Yes, I do have coconut milk. Yes, no dairy milk, no cow. Yes, we do coconut. Coconut is in my house big time.
But checking, doesn't coconut milk, I guess it depends on the brand you buy, but they have a lot of sugar in it too.
Well, it does, but it's not like I'm drinking gallons. Or anything. It's just as an ingredient.
I buy without sugar.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's low. Yeah.
Hey, Mom, what was the ingredient that we saw that made coconut milk white?
Oh, man. It's on the label.
Seashells.
Huh?
Washed up seashells. What is it called?
And what brand?
And I don't remember what it's called.
Well, it's any coconut milk. She read this article of that. They do an additive to it to make the milk white and thick.
Yeah.
Some brands.
Thickening. Yeah.
You gotta be careful because some brands I just have, all kinds of different.
But you can make almond milk too.
Almond milk,
Almond
sure.
milk or coconut milk. Almond milk.
You can, yeah, I've got friends that make coconut milk.
I can go look and see.
There's also things, trying to get out sugar, there are things that you can do to make it better, and so you crave it less. So increasing the allowance, you can help reduce your cravings. The essential oil help reduce your cravings, because remember, it's chemical. So when you're dealing with a chemical addiction, and you can help those things and balance out what's going on in your body chemically, help that transition.
Can you tell us what amino acid?
I would have to get back to you on it. I've got a list. If it's a long name, I know.
Yeah.
One time I put cassia on my shirt and I just like, it's like a dessert. You don't
I know.
have to have it on it. You
Can
don't
you
have to
tell-
have any dessert.
That's what I'm thinking right now. And Crystal goes, "Who's baking upstairs?" And I'm like, I thought it was
So
a bad
good.
cheese, wasn't it? That's all baking.
So the first part is that, education is power that you're consuming, then you
Makes you
help
sound
out.
very
After that, then you can, once it's measured, it can be managed. Then after that, you've got the whole field, the whole social and cultural and habits that happen around you, the temptations and the things that, and deprivation. Deprivation is huge. We stop our way of eating, because you're feeling deprived. So when you can get to that point where you can switch from, oh, I can't have that, I don't do that. That's a big difference.
Yeah, I tried to add the word more to my vocabulary. I need to breathe more. I need to drink more
Yes.
water.
Yes.
I need to move more. I
Correct.
need more
Uh-huh.
vegetables.
It's positive.
So,
It's
yeah.
positive, right. So, but it's just that way where you can say to a pack of cigarettes, I don't smoke, but you can say that to cheesecake. I don't do that. I don't do it. You really can, you really do.
Yeah, I read a book many years ago. I can't remember what it was called, but she was out to dinner with people and she had a weight issue. And then the dessert was strawberries. And the gal says, "Well, I can't have strawberries. I'm allergic to it." She goes, "What if like I can't eat that? I'm allergic to it. I break out in fat."
Yeah, it's the same.
Yeah.
But when
Yeah.
it's far more empowering. Can't is not empowering. Don't is empowering.
Yeah.
So it's how you speak to yourself and what it is. And when you watch all the other people doing it, you can go, and feel proud of your choices and feel happy with your choices. But also, darn it, food's awesome.
Well, I'm making some really good recipes. Like we thought about doing a cooking class, making some really good
I'm
recipes.
looking for it. This is my thing. I'm looking for a teaching kitchen in Bellingham. If anyone knows
Oh, that
one.
was right this morning. That's a big kitchen.
No, I need where people can come to the counter.
Yeah.
Not where I cook and come out.
No, when there was a counter there. You didn't go inside, yeah.
What
But,
was that?
but Mandy, she's gonna have the holiday.
Yeah, but they're not gonna let me cook there. I already tried. I kind of, I did. I want to try to weasel my way into your kitchen.
But one of the
It's
things
gonna be
is
awesome.
there's a really good cookbook that you can get at the co-op that has a brown cover on it, and a guy, a man and a wife, I don't remember the names of, they were here locally. They were here locally. I'll take a picture and post on Facebook page, but it's all natural ingredients, and I'll run it by you. See, okay. But when I had my food allergies, I started cooking out of that, making lots of soups and stuff. That anyway, you get at the co-op. But in there, they have the recipe on the broccoli, or not the broccoli, but the cauliflower and the sweet potatoes for those kinds of things. I would never have thought of that, right? But for Thanksgiving, if you're supposed to do potluck, then maybe you can make something that would be like a fake thing that's not fake, but a real thing instead of this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Trick everybody and eating as well.
Cauliflower, potatoes.
They're really fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. When you start doing it, it just becomes a normal part of it. People love it.
So if you don't mind me suggesting, if you want to input he has a website and he does a blog and he can send things to you through your email.
I'm always there. That.
And that's actually where then I learned about Dave Asprey and the
Oh, did you?
Bulletproof Coffee.
Oh,
and
okay.
Bulletproof Diet.
So you started then on Bulletproof.
Well, I did the Bulletproof Coffee.
Did you MCT oil?
I'm sorry?
MCT?
Yeah, in fact, I won a contest with him. I got it.
What? Awesome.
Yeah, I did my own little drink of fresh grapefruit, which I know is sugary, but fresh regular grapefruit, fresh turmeric, and fresh ginger, and the
Okay.
blender with some
Nice.
fresh ice. Not only is it good, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
And if you add a little bit of brown pepper, then that helps the turmeric.
It does, and then the MCT oil helps the turmeric as well,
Yes.
with that. So, yeah,
So I won a
I
contest.
do turmeric tea almost every night. Yeah.
Okay, so, you were saying that turmeric doesn't work very well for your body unless you boil it, unless you make it tea.
Yeah, there are certain ways. Turmeric by itself is not very available to cells, and so there are ways to make it more bioavailable. One is boil it for 20 minutes. It helps release glutamine. Then having herb in it, that helps also with bioavailability, and then including fat. So that helps bioavailability.
So when you're saying the MCT
MCT
is the medium
medium chain triglycerides.
coconut oil. So where is it?
Well, it's an upgraded coconut.
Yeah, it's a part of coconut oil.
Yeah. How many of you guys do coconut oil in your smoothies? And this is the oil,
What?
the medium.
Oh, medium triglycerides.
So
Yeah.
it's the same. It's just
Yeah.
it's not
It's
fractionated.
yes, it is.
Not like your fractionated coffee.
Yeah, I thought you said
It's a fraction. Think of it like milk, and you can separate milk, and you've got cream, and you've got the skim, right? So coconut oil, you can do the same thing. So you can extract out a fraction of the coconut. So you've got medium chain triglycerides and long chain triglycerides. Then you got coconut. Yeah. So we're using these. Yeah. Anyhow, we are so digressed.
One of the sugars I saw here was
Yes.
beet sugar. Is that if you eat, is it the same as eating whole beets?
You
Even if you eat whole beets, you can't be
Okay, well,
sugary or.
it can be. And again, it depends on where you are, what people are right now. That's gonna be really, do you have the glycemic index? Right.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, the glycemic index. So if you put beets on the glycemic index, right, that's gonna be
It's gonna
really
be high on
high.
it.
So whether, okay, just like with no difference than an apple. An apple or apple juice, right? What do you mean apple? Apple juice far worse than an apple wine because it has the fiber and all the rest of it goes in it. A beet's gonna be the same thing. So beet sugar, which is in a lot of sugar,
taken out.
watch out for ice cream because often has beet sugar in it, lots. And so, yeah, beet sugar on its own, I'm avoiding that one.
Well, isn't the beet sugar, so this is another part of the conversation, isn't the beet sugar a GMO?
Well,
Because there's no such thing as a beet sugar with, I mean, it was developed from genetically modified.
Oh, right, the giant beets that have been bred just because
And
they'll
change-
produce
that's a
all
whole
sugar.
other conversation.
Yeah, but I just wanted to point that out, that, you know, even if that's another thought, that the reason why maybe they could eat sugar way back when was it wasn't the processed sugar that we have today to, you know.
You mentioned corn earlier too, and I always get bloated whenever I eat anything corn, tortilla chips. I pretty much am because I really am just so gassy.
Is it
lately.
early?
It's like,
No.
wow.
I mean, I flip it out there, say don't eat it now, since we think it means nothing.
That's a good statement.
Yeah, to be noticed, I mean, it's good that I noticed it.
It's good that you notice it, but your body's reacting to that in a way that you need to pay attention to, because there's more going on. For sure.
So that's a good
It's kind
statement.
of addicted to popcorn for a while, and then I realized that's how it was
Yeah.
every day. It was just,
Yeah.
I was having tummy aches, like, well, that's not beneficial, you know. The fun of eating the popcorn isn't fun of eating a tummy ache every time after.
Nothing is worth it to feel bad. And so that's what stops a lot of it. Yeah, it makes you feel horrible.
Well, isn't it pretty much most corn is genetically modified organisms too?
I wonder, yeah, it's about that.
It all
It's
depends.
a way to be. Okay, so it's 8:20.
Oh,
So I'm gonna go ahead and say, wait, how many of you guys are all doTERRA people? So how many of you guys are on vitamins? Half and half. That's a, well, it's better than none.
Yeah.
So the doTERRA vitamins have all of the oils, not all, the doTERRA vitamins have a base of really good oils to help do a foundation for our bodies on a daily basis. And so when we're talking about inflammation or sugar inflammation, inflammation is the root of all disease. If we can do a daily basis of essential oils in our body, then we're dealing with that inflammation. And so there's a super easy way to do it daily. You can do 2 pills in the morning, 2 at night, you know, put them in your bathroom or next to your kitchen. But that is the basic. That is like the flat line, like, you know, if you want to get started with really kicking that sugar diet or sugar addiction, you want to get yourself back into the basic level of using vitamins. And, you know, when I always tell the story, but when I first started doing the oils, oh my God, another multiple of them. Yeah, and but when I really started taking them, I really think that's when I turned the corner with really better health. And so they're really worth doing. The next thing I was going to talk about is we were talking about the liver. The Zendocrine here is a cleansing oil for the liver. How many of you guys are familiar? There's 2 Zendocrines. There's one in a white bottle and one in a brown bottle. And one of them is a daily kind of support to help keep your body detoxed. And the other one is the heavy detox. This one I think is the daily support. And the other one is more of the cleanse. So the white bottle is the cleanse. And so on how many of you guys do a cleanse? So yeah, you do?
Yeah,
So have you done that?
I'm in it right now. I'm using that one right now.
Great.
So use that for 10 days and then use the other one, the blue bottle. 5.
No. So
Yes, is.
yeah, so what you want to do, here's something that's really important. So candida is the bad bacteria in our stomach, right? Sugar, candida, they love each other. And so if you can kill that bad bacteria, that's another good way to kind of help that plaque crash or craving. Yeah. And so so you want to do, there's a whole routine of a cleanse, and that cleanse would be 1 pill. For all of us here, we're the right size now. If you were a 350-pound person, I'd say maybe 2 or 3. But 1 pill in the morning is what I usually do. But maybe if you want to do it at night, if you want to start this on the weekend because you're not sure how it's going to affect you or whatever. This has never affected me. With my really super sensitive stomach, I was super worried that this was going to be in the bathroom for 3 days and crying and, you know, dying. Never had that effect. I've had people have diarrhea though, you know, so you want to be careful, make sure. But just 1 pill, you do it for 10 days. So I usually like to start on the 1st of November, like the 1st of the month, and then finish off at the 10th. Then this is the probiotic. You've killed pretty much all the probiotics in the stomach system, right? And so now you want to start getting the really good probiotics back into your stomach, into your intestine. And this probiotic has a prebiotic on it. And the prebiotic is a time-release molecule. So you can take a look at it if you want here and pass it around. And this, the outer shell of it, when it hits your stomach has a lot of stomach acids in it, right? So it's going to take apart that pill with the stomach acid. The prebiotic is going to be there during the stomach, but it will protect the probiotics to get into your intestine, or it doesn't body. And so if you're taking a probiotic that doesn't have a prebiotic in it, it's not working, period. So make sure that's what doTERRA's is really great. I know on the Truth About Cancer, when they were talking about every woman should be doing a probiotic. This does not include yogurt. Now, what Teresa was saying is yogurt is made from what?
Sugar.
Yeah. Seriously, you look at the ingredients of yogurt,
That one,
and so we're trying really hard to put a good bacteria in our stomach, but we're killing, if it got the sugar, what are we doing? So get off yogurt immediately if you're doing it. And so, but the probiotic here is, this year I was probably doing, I did all the probiotics. I tracked all of them.
Get off yogurt because the candida is eating, it's eating the sugar.
Well, the yogurt is
The yogurt
is sugar. It's why it's much sugar. And it's made both made from dairy, and it's got sugar in it. They come on, 2 cups of sugar. But I used to eat yogurt all the time, thinking that was good for my bad stomach.
Even if it's plain yogurt.
Not getting better. No, nothing. So doing the probiotic, you do it then, Deborah, you do the probiotic all the time, not just for 5 days. Do this all the time.
Oh, okay.
And so, and then the next, so December 1st, then you go back and start doing the GX Assist again for 10 days. Stop doing this because you're just going to kill them.
Yeah.
And then go back and do the probiotic again. And then stop doing the detox for maybe 3 months, 6 months, and then you go back on it again. But this, you really, depending on how much you think you have, maybe like a yeast infection or stomach issues, that way you want to get rid of that bacteria in your stomach. So you can do this, Dr. Hill said you can do it 3, 4, 5 times in a row. You're not going to hurt yourself. Some people need that. Other people need one time in a month or a year or something's fine too. But always be on this unless you're doing this. The Zendocrine for cleansing the liver, I usually take them with this. And then I do this one for the rest of the time. Does that make sense? So this one here is really good for, it's good for kidneys, good for, I shouldn't say good for, it helps support the kidney, cleansing itself of toxins. And then the enzyme, we women, I would have to say some men, but I think everyone has a bad flora in our stomach, right? We have bad, so the enzyme is actually going to help break the food down in our stomach. So you want to do 2 of these with each meal that you have. Take it before the meal. So like if you're going to go to a restaurant, I'm like, oh, I'm going to eat crappy, so I take 3 or 4. You know, when you're sitting there before you order.
What's that?
This is the enzyme.
Yes.
Terrazine.
Yeah.
And
I didn't know how to use it.
that's going to help your body break down the food, because our foods that we're eating are so crappy, they're not good, but you really, in our bodies, it's just really good to just do that every day. And I do that sometimes even when I'm doing the cleanse, because if I had a steak, you know, you don't want to eat crappy when you're doing a cleanse either, but sometimes you just have to do a steak when you're out at someone's house or something. And
Like I said, I do what I do 90% of the time.
So sorry, is Terrazine, you take that whether you're taking GX Assist or
well, this is a cleanse. If you're having something that your stomach is having a hard time digesting, well, regardless if I have it or not. Yeah.
So take this
Yeah.
all the time, regardless of whether you're taking which one.
Yeah.
Those 2.
You won't hurt yourself with it. It's just the probiotics. You're just kind of defeating yourself if you're using if you're killing the bad bacteria in your stomach, you're also killing the good bacteria. So sometimes when I first got started with doing this, my stomach was getting sensitive towards the end, just because I didn't have any good bacteria to help break down the food. Right. So then I'll start taking. So, okay, so. Can you hear us okay?
Well, sorta.
Okay. So then the Slim and Sassy oil. How many of you are familiar with the Slim and Sassy oil? Do you guys like it?
No. Okay, my word.
Yeah, I don't care to drink it. But you know what's in there that doesn't taste good is ginger. I'm not a ginger fan.
Oh, I love ginger.
And but you can make a Slim and Sassy spray. And there's a whole recipe to go in the book. You can make a spray and you can rub it on your legs and help get rid of cellulite. So even if you don't like the smell, but I'm sure Teresa has more.
How about the soft gels?
Yeah, the soft gel.
Pretty good for-
Yeah. Basically, this lemon sassy oil is kind of a bad name for it. It's actually more based on sugar, blood sugar regulator. It's not going to help you really lose weight. I mean, you can't, with anything that we're talking about here, you can't drink that all day long and have 2 candy bars when you get home.
Aw, dear. See, now I just love that.
Do you?
Totally.
I've been diffusing it.
Oh, what a great idea.
I could do that.
Diffusing.
Now, how many of you guys really want to stop that sugar craving? So you know what oil to do that
I
with?
don't know if I could do that in my house, no.
Give her
He's
that.
addicted to Klondike bars.
Oh, no way. You know what I find those it's addictive. They're getting better. And as your family members watch you get on and get better, they get a little jealous. And they're so just
He's come a long way, yeah.
He doesn't say anything,
He
just
has
do
come a
it,
long way.
and we'll help.
Yeah.
We'll get it.
Fennel's,
It's a family.
I think, probably the most, the best one to help break that sugar craving. And so like I keep it at my desk, and when I'm like, something, I'll just take some of that, put it in my mouth. I'll just do a shot of it. And
And people go, what? Who's got licorice?
yeah, but you know, and actually if I have a upset stomach or something,
I need ginger for upset stomach.
the fennel actually really is good for gas. People who have diarrhea, gassy, constipation, you can just rub it on the lower part of your back, and that will really help that as well. But the sugar craving, that's the #1 thing for sugar craving, I think.
That's what I told me.
Yeah, it's super great.
Oh,
It's
that's
really
good.
good. I don't know why I didn't put it on my thing. I
See,
guess
that
I
makes me
didn't
want to
research
run down
it.
my blood pressure. I mean, like right now. I'm going back to the ginger.
But if you want that, I mean, if you take that, maybe you want it.
And so grapefruit, how many of you guys love grapefruit?
I love grapefruit.
Grapefruit is great.
Okay, so you're welcome to put a drop of grapefruit in your water if you want.
But grapefruit actually helps break down fat.
Yeah.
So you can take it and grapefruit oil, and that will actually help you.
Go to put a sugar drops in there.
Here's another one. So the Scripps Institute did a study, and men who smelled grapefruit on women perceived them 15 years younger than women.
I like dating.
The grapefruit is super great for creating sugar. And
I'm gonna put that in my fridge at 50.
but you do grapefruit, you can really help level the blood sugar. So if you're feeling a spike or something like that. Now, a lot of people say I can't do grapefruit because I'm on blood thinner.
Yes, you're very careful.
No, you can do the grapefruit oil because it's from the rind of the grapefruit and it's not from the meat of the grapefruit. So this is, you can do that. Some people are talking about that. But of course, this is your offer.
Yeah.
I'm not supposed to do that.
Yes, you are supposed to.
Because I'm.
Let's do that right away. And so basically, we put a few drops on the petrochemical peanut. And so if we want to cleanse our body of those toxins, let's say we had that should be also too, we like to put the wild orange in our smoothie in the morning, and the wild orange is a happy oil, and it also will help break down, it's a diuretic, it will help break down the toxins out of your body. So any of the citrus oils, like the grapefruit, lime, lemon, wild orange, bergamot, those oils are really great for helping cleanse the body, help purify the body. You can't drink too much of it. I find that when I drink, like you can get those water bottles, the sports bottles at Costco that are glass, and you get 2 for $11. And it's a super, super good deal. They got the rubber around them and everything. It's great. And so when you're drinking these citrus oils, make sure you do drink them in a glass container so that it won't strip away the plastic on there. But You can do metal, you can do, yeah,
Stainless steel.
stainless steel. You can get those from our own tools or something. I don't know, I kind of don't trust anything that's made in China. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but it just seems like if we're taking medications that are made from drywall or whatever, there's something to do about that.
There's something wrong with that
Okay.
picture.
So the coriander oil is really good for lowering the blood sugar. And this is one I don't think I even have. Cindy brought this by today for us. The coriander, do you have coriander, Mom?
I don't think so.
And what did you say it was good for?
Coriander is good for lowering the blood sugar. It's ease of digestion, discomfort, decreases blood pressure. So I'm kind of needing Randy's glasses. Fight food poisoning, improve cholesterol levels, help urinary tract infections. So if you have people who tend to have that issue, yeah, so that would be a good one to do. And you can take all these internally with the gel cap, or excuse me, veggie cap. You can make your own potions. So Sandy, I know that there's protocols for lowering blood sugar for like pre-diabetics. So I know Hal, Mom, do you remember we gave Hal?
I think I had it for him.
Yeah, so I think it was Basil and Serenity, where we put it in a roller bottle and he would roll it on the bottom of his feet at night and then again in the morning. And when he first started doing it, his measurement was 160. And that was like, I'm gonna say the weekend of Christmas because that's when I was down there. And then he went back around January 25th or something to get his test done again, and he was down to 120. And I was doing that protocol. So I would need to look it up and see what it was. I'm pretty sure it was Basil and Serenity. Now they've changed the blend of Serenity. The Serenity oil is brand new. They've changed the blend and they call it not calming blend anymore. It's the restful blend. And it works really good for sleep. So I don't know if you guys have tried that if you have sleeping issues. Oh yeah, it's amazing. I mean, it smells the same, right?
I don't have a lot of problems with sleeping, but my husband grinds his teeth. I put it on my side of the pillow that's closer to him.
Super influencing.
I think so. One of us is sleeping better.
Does he have a mouth guard?
He's tried it.
Oh, I can't do it for the mouth guard.
He's afraid he's going to choke on the mouth guard. And I said, well, if that's less irritating, the sound of you choking, then so loving.
Sleep deprivation will get you.
Oh, yeah.
So cinnamon. I'm surprised how expensive this oil is. It's like kind of phenomenal. But this, we were talking about adding this with the your smoothie in the morning too. So if you're going to do the turmeric and the black pepper, you can also do some apple cider vinegar with some cinnamon too, and that will be super amazing for you. So if you, Larry tends to, which apple cider vinegar do you like better? We should.
I like Bragg's better than
Yeah,
the
right.
kind we just got because of her launch or something like that.
Yeah, we got.
It still had the mother in it and stuff like that, but
Oh,
it's just the taste was just a slight bit different.
So the mother, can you explain that? The mother.
Well, it's like you do with your
Kombucha.
kombucha. Yeah, it has
So the cinnamon oil is super great for controlling blood sugar, so that would be a really good one for that. And it's insulin fights viruses, fights parasites, fights free radicals, which is great. Relieves depression, stimulates the immune system, stimulates decreases inflammation and increases circulation. Okay, so then the last oil is the chlorine.
It makes Ronnie go, yeah.
Yeah, cinnamon is really. I remember Mom a long time ago. I found that article you sent me, Mom. She sent me an article about doing honey and cinnamon, you know, and so maybe without the honey, but with the apple cider vinegar and the cinnamon, it's just really good for your body.
There's some amounts of honey that are okay, but it's raw honey. And have body filled with that. Not all honey stuff.
What about all these new flavored vinegars? Like when you go to drizzle.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
balsamic vinegar is very, very high in sugar.
I think, yeah, those are all sweetened. I was
Well, it just is
that.
for what it is.
Well, there's a sweetener in them too.
Yeah.
And how is that different from the apple cider?
Oh, hugely, yeah.
What
Not
is
just
the
not
vinegar?
in the same volume.
Is that like acidic, alkaline versus acidic, like the vinegar?
Well, apple cider vinegar with the mother in it, I mean, that is wonderful probiotic. That is for your digestive system. I mean, that's just a totally different product altogether than balsamic vinegar. Balsamic vinegar is sugar. I mean, it's fun. It's yummy, but just know what you're eating.
How about rice vinegar?
Okay. Huh, interesting.
Because
Medicinal.
I always make my own salad dressing, and I always use about a third olive oil, third balsamic, a third rice vinegar. And I just
read it. Read
And
it.
it's the
Rice
season.
vinegar does a lot of sugar.
Plain or seasoned.
what?
So-
Rice vinegar.
Yeah, I don't know that's good.
The seasoned one
Uh-huh.
has
I don't know
sugar.
where it
Okay.
is.
Yeah.
Everyone knows cilantro's the leaf and coriander's the seed.
Yeah.
I didn't actually, I thought the coriander was the seed of the type of the microphone seed, right? But I didn't know that was part of the cilantro. Ah, there's something, let me see. I didn't know that. And then also, you guys understand the summer sensation oils, the dill and these are all really good for digestive issues and helping the body process foods and stuff. So anyway, if you want to just pull out, you can't buy them by themselves.
Yeah, I wish they wouldn't pack it with the tangerine because it really infused in my tangerine.
Oh, that is so strange.
What is that set?
It's called the Summer Sensations, and it's only been available like during June and July, I think. And then also the last thing that I will talk about will be the Slim Sassy shakes. And they have the control and the control bars that I would have to say I think they have a little sugar. It's just, I mean, look at things.
Oh, okay, yep.
Look at Stevie.
There's more than.
Actually, I think it does that.
That's supposed to help with smoking.
You're just sitting back.
When I
going, I'm done.
How many eggs and make it a little like it, because I'll put so much time.
That's supposed to help with smoking.
So I heard some news from doTERRA is they're actually coming out with a whole.
Maybe I should start smoking.
So
Oh, ditch the
I
sugar.
have vaccination because I have them out on a display out.
It works.
Stevia leaf extract, apple pectins.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
But
Which one's
the
that?
vanilla shake.
The vanilla, probably, I don't have.
Nice.
Humans.
I'll be hungry. I gotta go to the Mexican restaurant right now.
Do you ever motivate?
Yeah.
That is my absolute favorite. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
You put some of that and then on the back of your neck, and it's just cooling and it just smells just amazing.
Ginger concentration.
Well, actually,
Mom, do you have Motivate?
What?
You know,
Do you have the Motivate oils? Do you have the emotion oil?
Motivate, yeah. Mhm.
Okay, so here's all of the emotion oils, you know.
They gotta put something in.
Well,
But I don't have Motivate.
you know, and
I'm pretty sure it's one of my first visit.
I've got the jasmine oil. Okay, so basically that was me concluding tonight's conversation about the oils.
Becky,
Yes?
what's in what you pass around in the box?
Oh, that is the doTERRA appetite suppressant control bars.
Oh, they're in that big box? There's the regular, yeah, that one.
That one is a
It's a slim and fatty.
suppressant, and it's actually made from spinach extract.
Okay.
And when you take the spinach, when you take that, it will actually suppress your appetite because it works through your whole intestines. And a lot of appetite suppressant stuff only works when it's in your stomach. And this will slowly release as your food passes through your intestines, and it will actually have you stay fuller a lot longer.
I'll be darned. I hadn't seen that. I didn't know that.
It actually comes in little. It comes in little packages like this.
Okay.
Can you see it?
Yep.
So
Okay.
and they're coming out with a whole new product line for that too. Oh, do you like them in water? Yeah, we take half and put it in my shake in the morning. I think we're out right now.
No, you got a lot.
Inventory.
Did you have
Inventory control.
That's right there.
You know where it
Anybody
is.
have any questions?
I'm the smoothie maker. I got it.
Don't mess with my cupboard.
But, yeah, so I got a whole line up. And it's like,
And you could be half asleep and you know right where
yeah,
everything is.
I got it. I got it. It always has to be the same thing.
Yeah. So.
This goes in first, that goes in second.
Okay, and then guard gum.
No, we're trying to. Well, we haven't done it yet. We gotta try to switch from so much fruit.
I put
I
it
mean,
on
we
back
got,
my neck.
I put probably
Yeah.
3 or 4 ounces. of fruit
Oh,
in
this
each
is the
one.
one.
So well, no, it's about, I'd say it's about a
Pretty
cup,
good, and that's what I say.
cup and a half
Oh, yes.
of fruit. And we just start.
The main one,
Sugar.
first one
Yeah, because it's a,
menthol.
sometimes it's strawberries or
Right.
pineapple,
Mixes
yeah,
up.
and it mixes up.
So
It's wonderful.
what you should do is put this in a little roller
It's
ball
a, yeah. It's a great
and mix
smoothie.
some peppermint with
It's
it.
just a
Okay.
And then take
Yeah.
the rest of the fractionated coconut oil and it's Crystal's favorite blend when she does that. And then that will last longer too for you, Randy. So we did it that way.
That is delicious.
A little bit.
So it's
And so,
well, I just have to make you precious. Okay.
But that's okay. No, that's very similar.
So it's just a matter of what
But it's not.
Yeah.
Mother Nature has.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and then like the ones has more green.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Less
my favorite
sugary.
thing. I
That's
never
a big one.
So all these emotion oils,
Yeah.
it's really interesting.
Learn some of this because I just started reading, I'm in reading paleocardiology.
Yeah.
And I look at but it's like 3 or 4 chapters into it, but that's
Well, I
tough.
can tell you that I think
that.
that is what
You know,
they
It's all in it's easy, it's right. Scenarios.
So when I do a hand scan on you,
Sugars in
the first oil that will come up, I have a book that we can look into
Because
it.
that's
And
fermented.
a lot of reasons why we have ailments in our bodies, like why we have an issue, is because we have an emotion attached to it. And so a lot of reasons, so if our body is saying you need coriander, for example, then we can look in this book and it will tell you what emotions you could be dealing
So I
with.
said, well,
And it's like for the most part right on. It's crazy.
Freaky bizarre.
And so there's an app you can download. So if you want to talk about emotions, when we were at convention this last year, this app you can download. There's 2 of them. One's free, but you only get
yeah, it's all time.
limited. So Why does it always want to update? I swear, every day. And so this app is called the Emotion app. So if you have a certain emotion that you're feeling, it will list a bunch of them. So like if I'm abandoned, is blaming, and then you can click on that emotion. Here's failure. Failure is a short of expectation or not feeling good enough. And then it will give you protocols, which oils would recommend. So cedarwood, grounding blend, lavender, lime, or vetiver to be oils to recommend the support of feeling like your failure. Or you can go through and look at what oils are good to supporting different emotions. Or you can look at the next tab, which body element it's hurting. So I'm having this weird thing going on with my elbow right now. Elbow. So the elbow is coming up with, do I feel the need to block out others or protect myself from unhealthy relationships? Okay.
It doesn't have to be a spouse.
That's moving forward direction, that's my I'm training Crystal to do more of the work so I can do more on the models. So that's part of what it is. So anyway, it's a pretty cool app, but I think it's just like $7 or something that so when you're thinking about your feeling like you've got a headache or you have something going on, it's really kind of cool to look at. I'll pass on if you guys want to check that out. But when we do a hand scan, if you want to do that, and they wanted to meet with Teresa and maybe ask her some questions, or if you wanted to actually schedule a private one-on-one with her, she does free 30 minutes.
No.
An hour.
So
So
3
you
hour
can
consultation. Sign up.
yeah, so you can do that, and
Well,
let's talk again.
okay, thanks.
See you, Nancy. Thank you.
Becky, I'm gonna leave you too.
Okay, that sounds
Good
good.
night.
But yeah, oops, I'm going to just turn off the recording, and I think I should.